Hey, and welcome to my video. My name is Nina, and today is a very special video to me because we just hit 100 subs, and I wanted to thank you guys by sharing a very special build with you actually, because today we are going to be building an enchanted castle over a sunken lake, which I was initially going to be holding back to the very end of the design process of this iteration of my island, but I thought it would be the perfect occasion to do something a little bit special and grand and kind of stray away from the usual foresty areas that I do. There will always be many trees and flowers, but yeah. So here's my map. Just so that you can see everything is quite flat and risen to the first level, but let's just jump right into it. So I'm just starting off by building up some cliffs that will be a backdrop to the actual castle later, because I will be using my resident representative's house as a base kind of for the castle. So that's why I'm just building these cliffs to create a nice backdrop and make it feel fuller, and so that we can create some sunken waterfalls also later. But while I'm doing that, I just wanted to get back to the topic and touch on you guys actually, because I am that sounded very weird. I want to touch you guys. Wow. No. I wanted to thank you guys for your continuing love and support and for all the kind comments. I read all of them. I also read all of your DMs over on Instagram, and I truly do appreciate every single one of you, because it just makes me feel very happy reading all your positive feedback. And also you're always welcome to tell me any criticism. Like if it's constructive feedback, I'm always here for it, because I also want to improve my builds. So if you have any suggestions, ideas, or anything, please just tell me. I love talking to you, and you guys make me feel very special whenever you comment those sweet things. And even if I see all the subscriptions go up, because it might not seem like a lot to you, but I never thought that I would get 100 subs, and you didn't even give me a chance to do 100 sub special, because now we're already at I think 124, and by the time this video goes up it might even be higher, it might be lower, because numbers always fluctuate. And I also wanted to touch on that because I am a tiny little itsy bitsy YouTuber, and I have gotten some messages from also tiny itsy bitsy YouTubers who are equally, if not more talented than me, who are like, why do you get so many views? And I'm like, I do not get many views, but even if I would, numbers aren't everything. Even if I'm now thanking you guys for 100 subs, I wanted to tell you that we should all start having fun again. And I feel like this game has gotten to our heads maybe a bit too much, and I have noticed that with myself as well, because I obviously get very excited whenever I see that my subscriptions go up, and it makes me feel very happy. But I just wanted to tell you that it doesn't matter if you have 20 or 20,000 subscribers. It's your island and your game, and you are talented in a very unique way, and your island will always be very special. And I think the story you create in your head for the island, if you do that, if not, that's also very beautiful. If you can just have your creative juices flow into something that just comes to you very naturally without any background story, and I think that's very amazing. So yeah, just don't let those numbers get to your head that much. And yeah, I think it's important to remember to have fun with this game, as it's a game, and that's actually the purpose, that we should be playing it to relax and have fun and design. So that's what we're doing. And while I was babbling, like I had like 30,000 subscribers, which I obviously don't and I will never have, but that sounded like I thought I was like the hugest YouTuber, which I know I'm not. I just wanted to put that out there. And yeah, but while I was babbling on again, I just marked out my house. So I tried to mark those spots out before I actually place the house, because it's obviously a pain to move it again. and those gray spots are supposed to represent the silos that I'm going to put down to kind of enlarge the house and make it feel more castle-like whenever you are standing on the other side of the lake, which we will be terraforming later. But yeah, those silos are just supposed to create a larger and more interesting silhouette whenever you look over the lake. And I just tried to mark them out so that I could make sure that I have enough cliff space and so that I could actually start digging the sunken lake. But before I do that, I am going to terraform some waterfalls. That would be a very nice, like, kind of backdrop because it's next to the house, but I thought it would add some interest than just bare cliff or some more nature. I thought it would be nice to bring the water element also onto the cliff behind the house so that it feels like the entire castle is surrounded by water and it feels more hidden in a way. I did see a picture on Pinterest which actually was the main inspiration for this build, so I will put that up right now, but I will also link the Pinterest post I found down in the description box below because it's obviously not my photo. Then I continued by carving out the outline of my lake, and then I just kept destroying, which you will see me start destroying some cliff, and then there might be some cuts to when the actual cliffs are already destroyed, because this video would be like an hour long if I would leave those parts in. So I decided to just make this video a bit more concise and to the point by cutting those things out, but you will obviously not miss out on any main design parts of this video. And here I'm just working on those sunken waterfalls a bit more, and I didn't find a way where I could terraform this water and not call rescue services, so I did have to call rescue services a few times in this build, because even though I did plan this build a bit in advance or like while I was building it, I still noticed that it's got a bit crammed in some places. So we had many tight spaces and it was kind of hard to work with at some point because you just couldn't get to certain areas. So yeah. But I think I got it to look very cute in the end, and I'm very excited to reveal the final view from a second level on the other side of the lake. And I'm not going to be decorating fully around the entire lake. I'm only going to do the cliff which the castle is placed on, and the surrounding areas will just then come together naturally as I am creating the areas surrounding those, because as I always say, I like to keep my island very cohesive and have it flow together very nicely. So I am going to wait for that until I'm sure what I'm going to be doing next to the castle. Right now I'm putting down this custom design, which is like this very beautiful white stone path which I found, and I love it so much. As I always say, as soon as I get all my custom design codes together, I will have all of them listed down below, but I am not there yet. I'm almost there, but it might take a while for me to find out all the information I want to share with you guys about those codes, and then I will have all of them down in the description box below. I am trying to, even though this is a castle, I tried to have the pathing be very natural and still feel overgrown, almost as if this was like a castle that has been left there, and now obviously fairies live in it, like I live in it because I'm the queen fairy. And next to the castle, I used those 3 simple panels with those custom designs, which perfectly, and I think they were actually made for that specific silo customization to like go with it perfectly. And I did see that there's also a version for the lighter gray customization of the silo. But I decided to go for this darker one so that I could have a blue house and the blue roofs of the silo would kind of match with it. I know it's a bit darker and it's a bit more on the purplish side, and the house is a bit more on the turquoise tealy side of blue, but I might adjust the customization of my house at some point. I'm not sure, but you will obviously see in the very end, like whenever I do my final tour, what I ended up going with. And then I placed this iron, what is it called? Is it ironstone fencing or something? Behind the simple panels, because I thought the simple panels by themselves looked kind of awkward, so I added those, and yeah, I think it just made the whole thing feel more complete. And I also added many of the stone fencing because I thought it looked like this castle was kind of ruinish, because yeah, it just looked like some walls might have fallen down, or you know what I mean, because there are those little bits and pieces of stone fencing everywhere. It just looks like it's kind of a ruin, this castle. And I didn't do too much furnishing in front of the castle just because there wasn't enough space and I wanted there to be mostly nature, and I might replace some of the pathing with some more flowers and bushes actually. I feel like it's looking a bit sparse even in the end. And I am going to be replacing the cedar tree that I'm planting right now down below on the little like peninsula thingy with a large young hardwood, because I'm trying to keep my trees that are on the castle side of the lake fairly small, but still like I couldn't do the medium-sized young trees because that would be too small and it would just look weird compared to the size of the castle or the house. But I didn't go for the fully grown trees because I want this part of the lake to feel much further away than it actually is. So I'm trying to place smaller trees so that it looks like it's further away from the side that you will be looking on to this castle, you know? And then I just add some natural items, and I'm also adding this mushroom stool and dropping a star fragment on top of it, because this is also going to be obviously inhabited by fairies, so there need to be some star fragments, and I might add a little more magic to some of the areas later because I wasn't sure what to put just yet, so I might exchange some of the things for some more glowing or whimsical fairy looking type of items. But I have no idea what those could be right now, so that's what it's looking like right now. And to the left side, I just continued with my usual design, some more mush items, some flowers, bushes, some more of the stone fencing, and I also tried to include some garden rocks just to again bring that stone element to the area. And then back behind the castle, I didn't do too much actually because you can't see most of it, because this is actually too far away to see any detail from the other side of the lake. And if you're standing right in front of the house, like in front of the castle if you will, you can't see too many items that are placed behind this. So I just added some more of the stone iron fencing or whatever it's called, and some trees, some flowers, and some custom designs, and I honestly left some of the spaces blank. I might add some more things, but I might even just fill it up with some of the in-game stone pathing just so that it feels fuller and nothing can spawn there. And then to the right side of the cliff, this is actually going to be kind of, I'm not sure what I would call it, but I'm going to be including a nuptial bell later. That's one of the new wedding items. I already got my hands on that because I might have gone to a treasure island, and I'm very sorry about that, but I can't stop myself when it comes to those things. So just ignore that if you are very against it. I hope you don't hate me now, but I think I mentioned it before that I do visit treasure islands occasionally for those special items. And I do have this little waterfall and stream going through the cliff on the right side. Now on this part to the right of the waterfall, I am adding this stone circle with the flower custom code on top, and I added this shell fountain because I just thought it went very well with the castle and fairy theme, and it was a very nice fusion between these two themes kind of, and it just feels very grand, I think. To the left of the waterfall, I added the nuptial bell, and I was going to put it on top of an in-game stone circle and again add that flower customization, but the stone circle was just as big as the kind of base of the nuptial bell, so I decided to just go for the flower custom code so that the flower border would like peek through underneath the nuptial bell. And yeah, then I just sprinkled in some more details. Then that kind of wraps up the build for today. I want to thank you again for 100 subscribers. I really appreciate every single one of you guys. And yeah, here's my final map. This is what we terraformed. This build took a huge portion of my island, but I said in the beginning that I was not going to be greedy with my space on this island because I want to build some more views. So this is one of those huge areas and views, and I am very excited to share the final review with you guys. So after me rambling on again, I'm going to leave you now with a montage of the finished product. If you enjoyed this video, I would appreciate it if you like and subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you here. And yeah, take care of yourself until next time, and bye bye.